My name is Meredith Koch, and I'm the director of Raksha.
I am Jhanvi, and I'm the writer and producer of Raksha. It's a short film at the festival.
What made you choose this festival to have your film be involved in?
Well, that was more your choice. I gotta give you credit.
Well, it was actually one of our second ADs while we were working on the film. When we wrapped, he was like, this is really far away, because we wrapped in like November 2016 and we only started applying like 7 months ago. But he was like, you guys should apply to this festival. I've worked with them a lot, and I did my research, and I saw that a lot of the amazing like indie films that were heavy Asian creatives or actors were kind of being exposed through the festival, and I was like, oh, that would be the best place for us to be, and so yeah, that's kind of why we submitted here, and we're glad to be here.
Yeah.
And then what is it like being a female filmmaker? I know that's very broad, but how has your experience been on this film as a female filmmaker?
Fantastic, being supported by 2 female writers, us telling a story with a strong female protagonist, being a female director, like this was the perfect breeding ground for truth, honesty, like really good ideas, and really challenging one another and being okay with, making the story as universal as possible. So what might make sense to another woman won't make sense to another, and we make the story together through conversation and dialogue and getting to know one another and getting to know what we've been through in the past.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think she kind of hit it on the head, where you realize like the best part about being female filmmakers is you kind of get to talk about female relationships a lot, and I think that that's something that's so stereotyped. Actresses still get asked, are you friends with your female co-stars? And I think that's it's a remnant of like an old age, and I think the more that we make movies about women and women make those movies, we can like dispel those stereotypes. I think it was a great opportunity for us to do that.
And briefly, what is your film about?
Our film is about an Indian American girl who's told at a young age that she's cursed by her stars, and so her family spends her entire kind of adult life fixing this curse, but then on the day of her final cleansing, she's in a situation where she might prove the prophecy true. So yeah, that's what the movie's about.
What do you hope people take away from the film after they watch it? What do you want them to walk away with?
I want them to not have all the answers that they wanted at the end of this movie. I think it's important to raise these issues, raise the questions, and of course, one of the questions is it nature or nurture? How your parents raise you to believe in yourself and what you become. Are you a product of where you're from, or do you create that yourself? These are all questions that I do want people to leave our screening wondering about themselves. What are the things they were told as kids? Who are they today? How did they defy the expectations?
Yeah, I mean that, and also I think more specifically, since this family is Indian American, I think there's a tendency to hold on to the culture. There's such a big generational divide that's happening right now, where it was very interesting to have my parents watch this film for the first time, because they're pretty traditional, but they're traditional, but they don't believe in this aspect of astrology. So for them it was like, oh yeah, like why did they do this to her? But then I had like somebody else watch it, and they were like, oh, it makes sense. So I think she's right. It's like you have to ask the questions, and then you kind of let the audience decide. But I hope that they get that, maybe sometimes kind of over-enforcing culture might lead to sort of a disassociation from it. Like it might be a negative impact. So yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.